What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 45 of the Charge to the Top. And we are back, yes! It's end of Season 5 time here in League 2. Today, there are 3 matches left to play this season. We are going to have to play as many of them as we need to in order to decide where we finish, be that the automatic promotion spots or, of course, in the playoffs. Last episode was a live commentary against Cheltenham. Since that episode, just the one game. It was, as you can see here, against Forest Green. It was on a Monday night, just 2 days after that Cheltenham game. And we got a very important win in truth. We were 2-0 up at half-time. Declan Weeks was also sent off for Forest Green. And ultimately, we managed to get the result that we needed, albeit with a little bit of rotation to the starting 11 just because of, the nature of this match being played just 2 days after the previous match against Cheltenham, where I very much had played my full strength side. Anyway, since then, it's been about 11 days and we're back now to take on Luton. As you can see, for the next kind of 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to be playing games back to back to back. And in fact, actually looking at it, we have this Luton game and then we have another 2-week break. So that maybe works in our favour a little bit as we have got a few injuries. But yes, Luton are the first of the 3 teams that potentially will be coming your way today. We also need to take on Plymouth, a team who really have plunged down the league in kind of recent weeks. You can see if we just look at them here, that they're not in very good form at all. We need to get a good result against them if we can. And potentially to end the season, we've got a live commentary as well against Doncaster, who are in 12th, really struggling in the league, but a team with a very good squad, and we certainly can't underestimate them. In terms of just looking at the league here, going into these last 3 games, you can see we are currently 1 point ahead of Chesterfield, 3 points ahead of Tranmere, 4 points ahead of Cheltenham, and we look like we should being the optimal word here, get a playoff spot, because it would require us to lose every single one of our games and also for teams to get results in their favour kind of perfectly over the next 3 matches. So anyway, let's get into today's game, or the first of today's games, I should say, against Luton. Obviously hoping for a good performance. In terms of team news, there is just a little bit of injury news to bring you. Of course, Rob Elliott suffered a damaged shoulder. He's out for 9 days to 2 weeks. So fortunately for us, he's had a pretty rapid kind of recovery from that injury, which is good to see because it was looking a little bit worse than it's actually transpired. We also have Chris Owens, who's currently out for 2 to 3 weeks. Unfortunately, he pulled a hamstring. And another injury that we have going on is James Murphy's out. He is the only new kind of injury to worry about. He has a thigh strain. Of course, the 23-year-old, a player who came in at the start of the year with a lot of expectation maybe to break into the first team. In truth, he's never really had a good run in the first team as a core component of the side, and so his injury perhaps doesn't impact us quite as hard as the Owens and Elliott injuries do. Anyway, in terms of our team for today's game, you can see in goal we have to go with Griffiths. Left back, we are going to be going with O'Neill. This, of course, to do with Chris Owens being out injured. Right back, that means that we have an opening pair, and it's going to be occupied by Rafael Branco. Now, to be honest, he's not the best fullback on support, but he is a good little defender. He's got good stamina. His physicals aren't completely garbage. And the 30-year-old he's always been a fairly solid servant to the club. You can see he has played 14 games this season. So a player I definitely think we can depend upon if we need to. At centre-back, we go with Lennon and Mizag. In the centre mid positions, we go with Edwards and Hesketh. Out on the left, Jack Barmby returns. Of course, had a long-term injury. Unfortunately, his match fitness still a bit of an issue. He was out for 5 weeks with a twisted ankle. His physicals haven't declined too much off the back of that, and I'm hoping the 26-year-old can just come back and have the kind of impact he was having on the side prior to his injury. You can see 4 goals and 5 assists in 7 league games. An absolutely tremendous start to his time at the club, and I'm hoping that injury that he kind of had isn't going to impact him too much. Anyway, the rest of our team fairly standard. We have Madison at centre attack in mid. Mayor Waters is going to play out wide on the right, and we of course go with Liam Evans playing down the middle, the Welshman. He's been in fairly good form as of late. You know, he's got a few more goals to his name. He's got a good 7.18 average rating, but we have got options on the bench. We've got Sambu, Shimanga, James Winters, of course, on loan from Chelsea, an option out wide on either wing. Isaiah Osborne and Romano, centre mid options if we need them, and we also have David Short and John Johnson on the bench as centre back options. So anyway, let's submit our team for today's game. Both Branco and Barmby potentially going to struggle with lack of match fitness, but I'm hoping they can give a good performance here. Of course, to be honest, this season's been a very weird season in terms of we've had some spells where we'll have fantastic results, and then there's been times where it's felt like, over the course of 8-9 matches sometimes we just can't get more than 1 or 2 wins. And I kind of look at this game against Luton hoping we can get another good result. Of course, 2 wins back-to-back going into this one of which was, of course, against Cheltenham, a very, very good side, who, of course, are now kind of 4 points or 3 points behind us in the league. They've slipped up again following our win against Forest Green. And really, the big result in question, I guess, for us is Cheltenham. How are they going to... No, sorry, not Cheltenham. Chesterfield. How are they going to get on? There's too many Chi teams playing. If we look at Chesterfield, they're playing Accrington Stanley, a team we've struggled against. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'm also going to put up the league table just so you can kind of keep track there as well. Of course, the top two, Newport County and Oldham, they've kind of got their fate settled. I think Newport County have actually guaranteed themselves promotion, and it would be a miracle to see Oldham not get promoted. So we just need to keep switched on here. If we can get 3 wins, we will win promotion. That is a certainty, but these games, they're not going to be easy. And let's hope that we can get off to an ideal start, playing the highest placed of the teams we've got to play in today's kind of end of season episode. It's against Luton here. Anyway, not really too many opportunities early on, although we are the team with possession here. Hesketh, options on ahead, out to Barnby, obviously returning to the side. Evans can't quite get there. It's cleared away, but only as far as Hesketh again, and we come forward once more. Maddison, Evans, Barnby, it's a narrow angle. He has the shot, it's saved, crosses it in, and it's scrambled away. A really good opportunity there. We did actually hit the woodwork from that chance. Unfortunately, the ball was dealt with, and well, Mayor Waters is going to be offside there, out on the right-hand side. But it's a reasonable start here. You can see, looking at the league, of course, a draw for Chesterfield would see them go even on points with us if we were to kind of lose this game. But it's worth noting our goal difference is significantly better than theirs by, I think, 7 or 8 goals. So unless there's a drastic kind of turnaround there, we should be expecting, I guess, to do well. But we need to defend here as Griffiths makes a fine stopping goal. Number 1, of course, but not the number 1 keeper for us, really, with Rob Elliott's kind of arrival. But he has stopped a clear-cut chance there by Luton. In truth, the shot smashed straight at him. But, well, the keeper, he makes another stop there from the corner as well. What play by him early on here. 30 minutes gone. Possession's very close. Both teams have created opportunities. Luton perhaps with the best of them. But in truth, it's been tight so far. Chesterfield still 0-0 in their game as well. And Cheltenham also 0-0 against Doncaster Rovers, a team who we are yet to play. But anyway, they're on the attack again here. Can we stop the ball getting in? We can't. I assume that's Elliot Lee there. It is indeed the former West Ham youngster, a player we actually looked at one point. And, well, he scores at the near post. Not what we wanted to see. First blood in this game goes to Luton Town. Actually, Luton, one of the teams with the biggest wage totals in the league. Ours are up there as well, to be fair. But, well, Elliot Lee slots it into the bottom corner at the near post. Keeper perhaps should have done a little bit better. And with 40 minutes gone, it's not been the greatest of performances, and well, you'd have to say Branco not played well so far. And now we have a corner to deal with. The ball whipped in, it's headed away, but Mayor Waters has apparently nudged Kevin Toner too strongly, and it comes up to Griffiths now to try and make a stop for us. Can he do it? 2 goals down with a goal coming right before half-time is not what we want to see here. Chesterfield have also taken the lead. The shot is straight down the middle. Luton 2. Hereford 0. Chesterfield winning their game sees them move up to 3rd, and we languish in 4th. This is just not good enough right now as things stand. We have not come to the races today. And, well, the ball smashed down the middle. Keeper dives and commits one way, and, well, Cook, he held his hands aloft knowing that, well, it's 2-0 here for Luton. It's just not good enough. Where is the passion, boys? Mayor Waters has had an awful game. I'm going to bring on James Winters for him. Other than that, I'm not going to change too much yet. I don't want to be too reactionary, but Waters, not had the greatest game. Winters, very comparable to him, perhaps even a slightly better player, but I don't like to start him so much because he is, of course, in on loan. But, well, he's going to get the nod here. Hopefully he can make something happen. Stevenage 3-0 up against Tranmere, so they're going to be looking to close the gap on us. Chesterfield still only lead by the 1 goal against Accrington. But, well, in this game here, it's still 2-0 Luton. A draw would be a very good result for us, really. That's what we need to aim for at a minimum. But, well, it's going to be Luton pumping the ball forward again. Marriott getting in behind. And, well, we could be in trouble here. Ball whipped in. Elliot Lee, it's a tap-in. It's a humiliation here. It's 3-0 Luton. And simply put, it's not been good enough. And I mentioned the fact that the goal difference slightly in our favour, but a 3-0 defeat like this combined with a Chesterfield win would see kind of that goal difference that we are kind of holding on to kind of, you know, swing quite drastically. I am actually going to change things here in quite an odd way, I think. I think we're going to switch to the 3-4-1-2. And the reason I'm going to do it is I'm really not liking having to play a slightly weaker team in terms of having to play Branco at fullback. It's just not working for us at right back. He's just not got the pace. So I'm going to bring in Short to play centre-back. I'm actually going to bring on Sambu as well to play as a poacher with Evans to his left. And this is what we're going to try. We're going to try a roll of the dice really here. We're going to try and make something happen. We need to go on the attack. We need to, really force the issue here, I think it's fair to say. And, well, let's see what we can do here. I want us to play more direct. I want us to play fairly normal tempo. But we are going to have to play on the front foot here. We are going to have to try and make something happen. We're committing men forward. We need 3 goals. It needs a miracle. The 3-4-1-2 was whipped out once before, and it's a game that actually saw us lose to Dulwich Hamlet 3-0. So it doesn't have a great track record. But given the issue we've got this game, the lack of a decent right back, I feel like it's worth a risk. Unfortunately, it seems like despite this attempt, I guess, to go forward with the ball, we're not going to do a lot here. Jack Barmby's picked up a facial injury. Not a lot I can do about that. Time just ticking away here. Chesterfield still winning by the 1 goal over Accrington. And unfortunately, it looks like Accrington aren't going to score here. These games are all going to finish. Chesterfield are going to leapfrog us with 2 games remaining. Boys, that is simply put, not good enough today. Chesterfield, they go 2 points ahead of us. We still have a 3-point cushion onto Stevenage, but well, their goal difference is better. And I mentioned ourselves and Chesterfield's goal difference. You can see it here now. It's just a 1 goal now in our favour, so it really has swung quickly. It wasn't quite as large, perhaps, the gulf in goal difference as I thought it was. We have got a little bit of a break before the next game, so I am going to kind of cut out all the fluffy stuff in between, because you guys don't want to hear me ramble for almost 2 weeks about absolutely nothing. We need a better performance. We need to step it up. Luton, the toughest of the games that we have in this end of season run, but at the same time, we now lose kind of control of our own destiny. And Chesterfield, I'm sure, are going to be desperate to hold on to the position they've now been given. Jack Barmby's picked up a facial injury. We're going to pay for the protective equipment to allow him to play. Our offer to extend Winters' loan has been extended, so that's good news. Hopefully that's something that will go through. We'll have to wait and see on that front. But anyway, as I said, a little bit of a break to the next game. It's on the 1st of May. It's against Plymouth. We lost to them 3-1 last time we met. Hopefully we can get a better result next time around. Okay guys, so here we are. It's the 1st of May. It's time to play Plymouth, and as you can see here, looking at the team, there's a few injuries to sort out. The injuries, they're not stopping. Unfortunately for us, Branco is going to be out injured. Fortunately, I guess, Chris Owens is back. Kind of. I actually don't know if I want to play him with that match fitness, because that's actually worse than I realised it was. I could play Mizag at left back and then Short at centre back. I think that may be what we have to do. Unfortunately, John Johnson and Branco both out injured. Both players you'd probably say would normally be kind of our backup player. And it's also worth noting, Liam Evans out for 3 to 4 weeks. That is going to mean that I think Sambu is going to be the man to come in, and Shamanga on the bench may well have to turn up big for us. But yes, a few injuries to speak of there. Rob Elliott also back. His condition isn't quite so, great. It's not 100%, but he is our goalkeeper, and I feel like we can chance him a little bit with that in mind. So this is the team we are going to go with. It's going to be the 4-2-3-1. Sambu up top, Barmby, Pat Madison, and I think we're going to play Winters. No, I'm not going to play Winters. I was going to play Winters, but unfortunately for us, he's actually had his own little kind of issues, and as you can see, his condition's really low. I'm trying to work out why his condition is so low. I'm not actually sure. Answers on a postcard if you know. Someone ask Winters for me. But either way, this is the team we're going to go with. Obviously, Mizag at left-back, not ideal. It does mean that David Short comes in at centre-back. A very, very good centre-back. I think it's worth reiterating with David Short. Really like the look of this guy. O'Neill is going to play right-back for us. It's going to mean that Hesketh and Edwards play down the middle as per usual. The attacking midfielders are unchanged from last game, and Sambu, the German, he comes into the side, the 23-year-old, and we need him to put in a good shift here. He's got 3 goals and 2 assists in his last 5 games. But following on from that slip-up last time out, and well, I can't even call it a slip-up because we got annihilated. The demolition job that Luton did on us really did hurt us. We need a better performance today. Looking at Plymouth's system, they're going to play a 4-1-2, kind of 2-1, a 4-3-3, I guess, more affectionately known as. Let's just try and improve. That last game was awful. It's a massive game for us, though. We have lost the ability, I guess, to control our fate. We now have to kind of eagerly look at Chesterfield. Where are Chesterfield? Who are they playing today? Are they playing today? They are. You can see here they're playing away from home against Yeovil. Obviously, we now trail them potentially by a big margin, and they've scored in the first 2 minutes. So the pressure really is on us to win here. Of course, if Chesterfield win and we don't, that would potentially see them just wrap up the title. Well, not the title, but the last automatic promotion spot, and the playoffs will await. And of course, I kind of have to, I guess in some respects, mentally kind of prepare myself for the playoffs now as a real possibility given where we lie now with just 2 games remaining. Either way, nice tackle there. Mayor Waters, can we hit them on the counter? Sambu, he has pace. He's not going to get there though, or is he? I mean, he can try and apply some pressure, but Edmondson should deal with this. Back with Walton now. And, 15 minutes gone here. They've had more of the ball. They've had the only shot of the game. But that said, we are the team with possession here. Can we make something happen? Barmby, Jack Barmby, can he pull it back across Sambu's back post? He is there. And he nods it in and gets us what could be a very crucial goal. Of course, a win here sees us maintain the 2-point gap onto Chesterfield, which would mean, if we win and they draw and our goal difference is better in the last game of the season, there is still a chance at automatic promotion. But right now, I guess with Chesterfield winning, our main aim simply has to be to win this game, and well, it's come from our first shot on target of the game, but it was a well-crafted opportunity. Jack Barmby, of course, been out injured for a long time. Intelligent ball across. Sambu leaps like a gazelle, nods it in. And, you can see here now, both ourselves and Chesterfield are winning, and it looks like it may well be a 2-horse race really now for that last automatic promotion spot. Let's see what we can do here. Ball comes forward, Edwards, now with Madison, Hesketh out to the left, now with Barmby, who's already got 1 assist, goes back, nice build-up play here, we're knocking the ball around nicely. Madison to Sambu, can he play it back to Madison, who's maraudering on? Unfortunately not. But Hesketh still with it. Mayor Waters, options on the overlap. Back to Hesketh. Nice prolonged possession here, but we need to create the opportunity now. We need to break them down. Waters, options around him, gets dispossessed, and this could be problematic now because Plymouth, they've got a lot of men in the counter. Unfortunately, Obi, I don't know what he's done though. Has he kicked the ball and pulled his hamstring? It looks like he may well have done. He's injured on the floor. We're going to hit them on the counter-attack. Sambu has no mercy. He grabs another goal. And it's Barmby with another assist. Obi now getting the physio on. It looks like he probably pulled his hamstring or something of that nature, making the pass ahead. Either way, it resulted in us seizing control of the ball. We weren't going to play nice. We weren't going to put the ball out while the player was injured and in need of treatment. We were going to go up the other end and score. And well, it's 2 goals in a very quick kind of space of time, and this is exactly how we needed to bounce back after that last result. And while we're on the attack again here, Jack Barmby could be an interesting effort if he could find its way in, but unfortunately it doesn't. It goes sailing over the crossbar. Could have been a really nice goal for us. But nevertheless, the 2-goal cushion, always good, of course. We've not had the greatest start to this game, really. We've taken 2 chances that we've crafted out well. But Plymouth, they are having a fair share of the ball. They've created opportunities of their own. So we have got to be wary of them, I guess. But with half-time fast approaching, you can see here Chesterfield winning 1-0 still against Yeovil. And, we still obviously have this 2-goal margin, although there may well be a chance before the half is up. And which way is it going to go? Well, it's short. But a nice little header there. Of course, the youngster playing centre-back today. Mizag obviously also playing left-back. So hopefully he can have a good game. So far, he's not really been called into question, at least from what we've seen. And, well, we're on the attack here. Mayor Waters, nice touch. Can he pull it in? He can. Back post. Barmby's there. Hits the woodwork. Ricochets out to Hesketh. It's saved. Sambu, unfortunately, can't keep the attack alive, and it has been cleared for a corner. A great opportunity to make it 3-0, but unfortunately, Plymouth, they defended it well, and they've actually managed now to get rid of the ball. And so it will just, remain 2-0 here. There's 2 minutes of added time in the half, and there is going to be a late chance here. Could it be coming our way? It is in our half in a dangerous area. Edwards, back to Elliott in goal. Can we create one last opportunity? Really 90 seconds left of the half. Chesterfield still 1-0 up. We don't really want them to score right before half-time. I'm quite comfortable with the 2-goal margin, but unfortunately for us, Obi's through here, but he puts it wide of the mark. Griffiths narrowed down the angle well positioned the goalkeeper there to deal with that initial effort, and it's 2-0 here. You will notice looking on the bench, we have got Chris Owens and James Murphy, both players struggling with fitness, however. We have got, some other options, Romano, Winters, Anderson, Shimanga. We can change the game if we need to, but to be honest, how things are going at the moment, I don't need to worry just yet. James Maddison on a 6.5. Not ideal, of course. One of our big kind of key first-team players. And, he's not had the kind of performance you might hope him to have in a game of this magnitude. And, 2-0 at the break. So far, so good. Plymouth just the 1 shot on target. We had a lot of shots as the half went on. We started to look more and more dominant. And really, I'm hoping now that we can just maintain this margin and we can have Yeovil do us a favour. But it's not going to be easy. I expect Plymouth, to come out in this second half and give a much improved performance. And well, they are the team with possession here, driving into our half. Although Maddison, with some nice defensive work there, actually does well. And now maybe we can build something. Jake Hesketh, options on ahead to Sambu. He's got Jack Barnby cutting inside potentially, but we're actually going to go out onto the right. Unfortunately, Maddison with a wayward pass, and now with Harry Lennon to Mizag at left back. Number 5, he's had a good game so far. I can't fault him. Jack Barnby through here. Can he pull it across? Sambu for the hat-trick. He gets the hat-trick. Evans out injured. Who is Evans? We don't need him. It's 3-0 here. We lost our last game 3-0, so this is a great way to bounce back. Unfortunately, Chesterfield, They remain on top in their game, and so it doesn't really matter what we do here. I guess it matters from the perspective of goal difference, but the way this is going right now, goal difference I don't think is very likely to come into how this third spot in the division is decided. You can see half an hour left in this game. Chesterfield's early goal still the difference in their match. I'm going to make a few changes here. I'm going to take off Maddison, who's not the greatest of games. I want to protect him. I want to keep him fit if we can, because he's such a key player for us. But other than that, I'm relatively happy with how things are playing out, at least at the moment, of course. If the results remain as they are, which I suspect they may well do, this would mean that going into the last day of the season, we still have everything to play for in terms of ourselves versus Chesterfield. Although, I guess with 20 minutes left, we can't get too complacent just yet. And, well, Jack Barnby giving away a penalty. Not what we necessarily wanted to see there. Looks like Yeovil, Yeovil, they missed a penalty. Can Plymouth miss a penalty as well now? Yeovil, you've let me down. You've let me down, Yeovil. Dolan, I don't know who you are, but sort it out, mate. Right. Plymouth with a chance here. It's going to be Cole from the spot. He shoots. It goes into the top corner. It's a goal for them. And it's Larnell Cole with it. Makes it 3-1. I'm going to just tighten everything up now in terms of let's just get everyone a little bit more defensive. Let's not get silly here. We've got the 2-goal cushion still. We can be more structured. Let's play on the counter. Let's just make sure we get the result here. And, 15 minutes left. 2-goal margin. We still look relatively comfortable. And Chesterfield have conceded. Mitchell has scored. Mitchell has scored for Yeovil, but now Plymouth on the attack could deal with this. Elliott, get it clear, someone. Edwards, I don't know how we've dealt with it. As things stand, we will be in third place on goal difference. There is 7 minutes left here. Plymouth, though, still on the attack, of course. A draw here for us would really drastically change things. Unfortunately, I guess, as far as Plymouth are concerned, it's been dealt with by us. We are now happy just to park the bus. We are happy to contain Chesterfield, still 1-1 in their game. Adamson's early goal, the only goal for them. There's a minute left here. We are going to get a win. Have Chesterfield just bottled it? They have done. It's finished 1-1. Mitchell has got the goal. I am very happy, boys. We've got what we needed to. We go up into third. And while I mentioned goal difference might not be a factor, maybe I should eat my words, because goal difference is currently what separates ourselves and Chesterfield. You can see 3 goals the difference. And going into the last game of the season, we are going to have everything to play for. We are going to be taking on Doncaster. I'm going to have to check who Chesterfield are taking on, but it's going to be one of us going up, I believe. I don't think anyone else can now catch us. Actually, Stevenage could catch us if we both lost, as I guess Tranmere actually... No, Tranmere can't unless they win like 12-0, which probably isn't going to happen. But yeah, we have Donny. Chesterfield, on the other hand, who are they going to be playing? This is now important as far as I'm concerned. They're going to be taking on Grimsby. They're in 13th, Grimsby, but they're a team who... I mean, we lost to them 3-1, so they're not a bad team. And, if you look at their recent form, they've not actually been doing that badly. They've gone on a good little run. The only game they've lost is against Doncaster. They actually beat Newport County as well, who are top of the league currently. But actually, it looks like Newport County and Oldham have both been slipping up a load of late. Let's just have a quick look at this. You can see both of them have really struggled in their last 5 games. Newport County have 1 win. Oldham have 2 in their last 5. As far as we're concerned, it's going to be between ourselves and Chesterfield and, maybe Stevenage for that last spot. But both ourselves and Chesterfield, we've qualified for the playoffs, which is what I really wanted to achieve as a minimum this year. So that's a relief. But, following on from Sambu's fantastic performance in that game, we now have a chance to maybe... just maybe get that automatic promotion spot that looked like we may have lost it after the 3-0 defeat previously. Anyway, guys, Doncaster awaits. It's going to be in a week's time. It's going to be away from home. It's going to be tricky. Stick around. This is going to go down to the wire. Okay guys, so here we are, 2 games down in this episode, one to go in this season. And well, you can see looking at the league table here, just to refresh your memory if you've forgotten it, and more so for myself, this is how things lie. We and Chesterfield and maybe Stevenage all going to be fighting it out on this last day of the season. Obviously, it's just been a week since the last episode. No new injuries to speak of, which is good. Chris Owens, 91% condition, lacking some match fitness. I'm going to throw him in the team today. I think this guy, he's been at the club now for the last 3 years. He's been such a massive player for us over those years as well. He's always stepped up with the team. And I feel like it'd be a shame if he were to miss out. In terms of our team news, just one name that might stand out. Ote, he's on the bench. His contract expired at the end of last year. He's not left the club. No one's come in for him. He's still here, 22 years old. He got a key goal for us at the end of last season. If we need him to, he might be back to do some heroics again today. Of course, this off the back of both the fact that Stephen Payne and Liam Evans are both out injured for today's game. Worth noting, I know someone's going to ask, Jack, why didn't you have the face cam on today's episode? I have a light that I normally use to light my face. It's kind of what you do with lights, isn't it? Unfortunately, the bulb has gone on it. It went last week and I've not had a chance to replace it, so I wouldn't be very well lit. And it just wouldn't look very good. So you're going to have to imagine me either jumping up and dancing around my room as we get promotion, or alternatively, slowly slumping back in my chair, wondering where it all went wrong. Anyway, in terms of our team for today's game, it's pretty much unchanged, I think, with the exception of the Owens addition compared to last episode, or last game rather. You can see Rob Elliott in goal, 35 years old, obviously a new addition in January. He's had a relatively good start to his time at the club. Left back, we go with Chris Owens. Right back, we go with O'Neill, who of course again was another player who joined us in January. 7.11 average rating for him, really has been a superb player for us out there. In the centre-back positions, we go Harry Lennon, who has had some interest from Fleetwood Town. I've promised him we will get promoted this year. So more pressure on my shoulders, I guess, off the back of that. Mizag alongside him, of course, another very, very good centre-back. 2 consistent performers, 2 players who love big games. Hopefully they can perform well today. In the midfield, we go with Jake Hesketh, and alongside him we, of course, go with Joe Edwards, one of the kind of first players we brought in, I guess, once the season was underway. We kind of brought him in to be a centre midfielder. He's played 29 games for us. He's been very, very good in this role as well. Slightly ahead of them, we have, of course, James Maddison playing the centre attacking midfielder position. Without a doubt, the signing of the season. Most goals in the club, most assists in the club, I believe. I assume he's still got that at this point. But at 24 years old, what a signing he has been for us. A real difference maker. And yeah, hopefully he can carry the team once more today. Either way, on the left wing, we go with Jack Barmby. Had a fantastic game last time out against Plymouth. Hoping for more of the same from him. Right mid, we of course have Mayo Waters, the Irishman, again, another player who joined us halfway through the season. And up top for today's game, we go with Basala Sambu. 23 years old, got a hat-trick last time out. Need him to turn up big once more for us today. On the bench, we've got David Shaw, who, of course, is a very good centre-back who joined us from Cambridge. Definitely, I think, will be in the first team from next season. We have Isaiah Osborne, very good defensive midfielder, a player we can maybe call upon if we need to reassure and kind of, I guess, rebuild our defences somewhat later on in the game. We then have Romano. I keep calling him Romario. He's Italian. It's Romano. We'll get. It's like Roman. Come on, Jack. You can do this. It's hard. I know. Pray for me. Either way, we've got him. He's certainly a very good option we can bring on if we need to create better opportunities. Harry Anderson, very talented winger, of course, joined us last year, and a player we can certainly call upon if we need an option out wide. Next 2 players, we've got James Winters, still lacking a little bit of match fitness, of course, in on loan from Chelsea for this season. He has declined to extend a contract and extend his loan to the end of next season, which is unfortunate. Still a player I'd desperately like to keep hold of if we can. And the last 2 players we've got Kabongo Shimanga, rather, the Englishman, of course, a great player for us, had a 2-month injury, really has come back and just not been the same player, unfortunately. And alongside him on the bench, we have Aramide Ote, kind of in case of emergencies, he is the option to bring on to be the difference maker for us. So anyway, let's get into today's game. Of course, the way things lie, we are currently even with Chesterfield. Our goal difference is better by 3 goals. Realistically, a win here should be enough. Of course, the exception being if Chesterfield are to win by a massive, massive goal margin, it might change the complexion of this somewhat. but I'm still hoping that today we can give the performance we need to. Looking at it here, Doncaster playing a 4-4-2. I don't really have any positive or negative connotations with Doncaster, but that could of course be all blemished here. I'm going to tell the players I expect them to deliver the win that of course would see us get promotion. I have faith in you boys today to go out there and make a difference for us. Looking at the league table, ourselves and Chesterfield all even. Chesterfield, who are they playing today? That is the question. They're taking on Grimsby Town, of course. They are at home for that. We need a win. We need a win, I think, at the very least. We are, of course, playing in black and red today. That is our... I don't know if that's our third kit, but either way, Mayor Waters have won the ball there somehow. The keeper missed the save, but, well, Mayor Waters missed the target. It hits the woodwork, it ricochets out. A clear-cut chance for us after just 2 minutes wasted. Hopefully we won't live to regret that miss, but that was a great opportunity after, well, I think the defenders were just caught out completely out of position. But anyway, looking at it here, 5 minutes gone. Massive game. We are dominating possession, 69% of it in our favour. Doncaster yet to get going in this game, but they might have a chance here. Owens wins it. Might not be able to last the whole game, Owens, so I'm hoping for a big impact from him for as long as he can deliver. Hesketh up to Jack Barnby. Sambu got a hat-trick last time out. Hesketh from range. Hesketh smashes it in. Take a bow, my son. That might be his first goal for the club. It's not. It's his second goal of the season. But if there was a time to score an absolute thunder bastard, pardon my French, that was the moment. 10 minutes gone in this game. We've had some screamers this year, to be honest. Some absolutely incredible goals. This is another one to add to the collection. Jake Hesketh this time from range. Doncaster, I said they haven't got going in this game. They're going to have to try and get going. Sambu, you thought he might pull the trigger. Lays it back to the centre mid, who smashes it into that top corner. Hits it with so much power, so much accuracy. And we get our noses in head. And well, now the pressure is really on Chesterfield to try and get a result. And well, they are a goal down here. Grimsby Town winning 1-0. Bogle with the goal. And this is exactly how I dreamed this day would play out. Although Chesterfield, they've drawn equal. Ricardo German with the goal there. And so, well, we might need to do more here. Tony, he's got an injury, but he's continuing to play on. He's got the ball here. Can he finish it? He can. Doncaster Rovers, they're pooping on the party. Ivan Toney, with his 26th goal of the season, he's carrying a knock, but you wouldn't have known it with that finish. And with Doncaster's first shot of the game, they've created a clear opportunity. Harry Lennon loses his man, loses all sense of kind of positioning as a defender, and unfortunately for us, they smash home. And so, both in ours and Chesterfield's game, the scores are 1-1, of course. A draw in that game and a draw in this game would still see us finish third. We just have to kind of mimic their result pretty much, and we should be up, of course, a defeat. It gets a little bit interesting then because Stevenage could actually do something, but we need to defend as well here. Mizag deals with it quite nicely. Now can we maybe look to counter? Doncaster really struggling to hold on to the ball, as I've already said. They've not really grown into this game as you might have predicted them to do, and we are the team bringing the ball forward here. Madison, he's got options inside and outside. Lots of space in the middle here for Hesketh to exploit. To Sambu now. Can he turn his man? Now with Mayor Waters. Options still. Gives it straight to Oily. And, well, Oily or Ollie going to get rid of it now to Tony. We need to defend here. Nice tackle. In fact, it's not a nice tackle at all. It's been missed. The ball scrambled off the line. It might still fall to him, and it doesn't. Elliott. What a save that is by the Irishman between the sticks. I don't know how the initial ball didn't hit the back of the net. But we've been let off, and there might be another chance here. Doncaster, corner comes in, it's cleared. I think that was Elliott, it was, with the save. What a stop by the keeper. Doncaster, they've had 3 clear-cut chances. They've come to life, finally. And it's not what I wanted to see. But they have done, and you can see it remains 1-1. You'd feel like with the possession that we're having, we should be, I don't know, that we should be doing enough here to kind of create enough chances to win, but I mean, Doncaster, they're hitting us on the break. I might have to switch our fullbacks to the defend duty because they are getting caught out of position a little bit. And, well, Doncaster bringing the ball forward again here. Can they make something happen? Tony, options out wide. It's Roberts now. Narrow angle, pulls it back, and it's in the back of the net. It's 2-1, and we are, as things stand, we're in 4th. This is just not good enough, is it? Hesketh, go on. So I want to switch him to defend? Oh, I don't know. I feel like the fullbacks might want to just tuck back a little bit more. I'm tempted to play Madison on attack as well. That's too much, Jack. That's too crazy, even by my standards. I don't think it's worth doing that just yet. I will, however, just tell the defenders to look for the overlap intelligently. I want them to look for the overlap, but at the same time with the defend duty, they should, for the most part at least, concentrate on their defensive duties. So we are 2-1 down here against Doncaster. they've grown into this game. They've really kind of come out and played well ever since, really. I mentioned the fact they weren't doing well, and they're on the attack again here. Tony, options on ahead, inside to Ollie. Now in Mandeville. Plays it through to Tony. Can he finish it? He can. What is happening? Chesterfield 1-1 against Grimsby. We might get to a situation here where we're just hoping Grimsby can get the win. What the hell has happened, boys? We were going so strong. And, well, I think it'd be fair as an assessment to say that this is not what we envisaged. It's 3-1 Doncaster. We've got to step things up here in this second half. We've got to turn this around. It's been awful. It's been awful. Walter Matthews... sorry, not Walter Matthews. No, Mayo Waters not had a good game at all. James Winter get on the pitch. Ote is maybe waiting in the wings thinking, Gaffer, I'm ready if you need me to be. What do I want to do here? That's the question. We were conceding far too many clear-cut chances, but they're playing a 4-4-2. But they were getting behind us a fair bit. I feel like we need to up the tempo. We maybe just need to be a little bit less fluid. You know, stick to our positions a little bit more. Let's go with that. Right. Second half, we're away from home. We've had a very good away run of form of late. Can we step it up in the second half and really, you know, change this game as a whole? We need to. We desperately need to. I can't remember. Did I miss my team talk? I can't actually remember doing the team talk. I might just tell the players now. Show some passion, boys. Come on. Half an hour left. Still remains 1-1 in the Chesterfield game. Grimsby Town, we might need you to do us a favour, if you could, please. Because we don't look like scoring. What do you do? What do you do in this kind of game? Part of me wants to just throw on Ote. Do I do it? 20 minutes of Ote? Why not? Why shouldn't I do it? Give me a reason not to do it, Jack. This is like an internal debate. You know what? Ote, get on the pitch. The fairy tale happened last year. I'm sure it can happen again. Why not? I believe. Madison, get on attack. We've got to go for it. We've got to go for it, I'm afraid. We are going to be leaving ourselves exposed for the last 23 minutes, but we need 2 goals minimum just to get a draw. Otherwise, we're hoping that Grimsby are going to do something for us in our favour. But yeah, not long left in this game now. Time ticking away. Stevenage are losing 2-1, so it looks like their hopes are gone. And Grimsby have scored. Grimsby have scored. That could change a lot. Chesterfield need a late goal. As things stand, we would be going up, but we need to defend here. Goal difference could become a factor. I want to reiterate, goal difference is a factor in this. I don't know if I expand it, does it show the goal difference? Our goal difference is 2 better than Chesterfield. Oh dear, this is a bit mad. So we can't concede 2. Mandeville going forward. I should maybe switch to defend. Why am I going so attacking? The ball in. Longbottom scores. Longbottom scores. Oh my gosh, what is... I did not think this season was going to come down to this, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, maybe I should have just gone more defensive and hoped for the... I mean, the goal. There's 1 goal separating us now. I don't want to panic. I don't want to big this up too much. I am panicking. I am worried. This is not really what I want to see. We've probably got to stick both centre mids on defend as well. And just hit them on the counter. We're 4-1 down. We're not going to win this game or even get a draw from this game. We need to hope that our goal difference can hold out because, I mean, there's 1 goal separating us on goal difference. If we concede another, I don't actually know. Does it go to goals scored for or results? Because results, we've lost to Chesterfield twice, but we do have more goals scored than them, so I don't know which sorting rule it is. Either way, Grimsby Town need to hold on for us. It's a long-range set piece. It's cleared. Elliott holds on to it. Someone get it clear. Thank you, O'Neill. There's 4 minutes left in this game. Doncaster are hammering us 4-1 here. Grimsby Town, please hold on. Hold on, you codheads, please. Rudd whips it in. Mandeville, it's headed away. James Winters has given away a penalty. Tranmere have equalled on points. I don't know what happens if the goal difference goes even. I genuinely... Does it go to head-to-head? I don't know if I want to know. Mandeville, set piece. Can Elliott stop it? Please, Elliott. Stop it. Mandeville to take the penalty. He sends the keeper the wrong way. What happens? Do we move down? We don't. Okay, it's goals for. But we can't concede another. There's 10 seconds. We can't, can we? 10 seconds left. We're going to have even goal difference and even points to Chesterfield. I did not think it was going to get this close. Mandeville, he's applauding above his head as he takes the penalty. I mean, that's showboating. That's not cricket, is it? Let's be honest. It's 5-1 here. We've been absolutely destroyed. Grimsby Town, please hold on. Please hold on to the win, Grimsby. That's all I can hope for now. We've gone up. Oh my God, we've gone up. Okay, I can't do this every season. This cannot happen every single season. We finished third. We've lost 5-1. We've been completely destroyed, and Grimsby Town have saved us. Thank you, Grimsby. Can we get hashtag thank you, Grimsby, if you watched to this point in the video, written in the comments. Their game finished 2-1. I mean, thank you for the fact that we play on attacking, I guess. We scored 86 goals. You can see 3 teams in the end tied on 77 points. 2 tied on 74. This league was unbelievably tight. Cheltenham kind of hung on to their playoff spot in the end. Peterborough and Luton miss out. What just happened? What just happened? That should never happen. That never should have come to that. Newport County win the league. Fair play to them. Tranmere, Stevenage and Cheltenham go into the playoffs. We're promoted to League One. I'm relieved. I don't know what that result was. In terms of our wage budget's fairly good for next year, which is nice. Transfer budget, it's okay. Promotion success, I guess, is all that really matters. Following on from this episode, we will have an end-of-season review episode where we just kind of cover everything. Lennon's happy to stay at the club after his promotion. That's good. Edwards praises me. I mean, I can't believe it's come down to us losing 5-1 on the last day of the season, and that was enough. Thank you, Grimsby Town, is all I can really say. You've bailed us out big time. That last automatic promotion spot is ours. If we look at the season preview, you can see our odds of kind of winning the league was... we got to 7th favourites, actually, to kind of do well in the league, which isn't too bad. Evans did actually make it into the kind of... what would you call it? The media team dream at 11, which is nice because, of course, Madison and Evans, both new additions this year. We've got lucky. We've got very lucky. When we came into the season, I think we were 18th favourites to win. The board are going to absolutely love me because I think their expectation was just to avoid relegation. Yeah, they didn't want us to get involved in a relegation dogfight, and we've done exactly that. Our league position, you know, it's always been really high, to be honest. We had a big slump where we dropped as low as 7th. But we've recovered well, and we've somehow managed to hang on to this 3rd place. I don't necessarily think we deserve it if you were to look at our end-of-season form. It wasn't particularly good, was it? I mean, look at that. A 3-0 and a 5-1 defeat in this episode, but somehow, I mean, we scrape through, and I'm not going to complain one little bit. But either way, guys, that's going to wrap up this season from me. As I said, next episode will be the end-of-season review. Hopefully you've enjoyed. That was a stressful experience, to say the least. I'm now going to go and lay down, think about next season. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys at the end of season review. It's been me, Jack. Thank you so much for watching. I don't want to do this every single season. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.